Hello, everyone. This is something new for us. For anyone that doesn't know us, I'm John. And
I'm
it's
Nancy.
Nancy, and with J&N Travels.
Yeah.
Nancy and myself, we have very odd work schedules. I work a rotating shift, and Nancy works all 4 or 5 second shifts every week. So we find it hard to get together to do a live. That's why we've been doing lives every Sunday afternoon at 5, every other Sunday afternoon at 5 o'clock. So we're trying something new. We're trying to sneak a couple of afternoon chats in if there's an audience for it, just to discuss stuff on travel, not really with any topic, just whatever's new in the news. So I try and pull a few things out of the news that maybe we can discuss. So that's where we're coming from. Why don't we go through and see who's in the house right now, Nance? Starting out with his fresh recovery from Disney World is Blaine from Raleigh Creative Travel.
Oh, I would love to have gone to Disney World. Hope you had a great trip.
Bill and/or Lucy from MGM Family Travel.
Nice. Hi, Bill and Lucy.
We get sailing with T and K.
Sailing away with T and K. I like to be sailing away.
TJ and Kayla. Kayla, right?
Kayla, yeah.
Q's Cruises.
Q's Cruises.
Oh, and Raphael just dropped in from Vizzo Travels.
Hi, Raphael.
So welcome, everyone. To make this work, I need back and forth with you all. And why don't we jump on we'll jump on the most important item, which I'm sure has been covered over and over again, which is the CDC extension of a month for cruising. And then actually this Friday, they're going to discuss it with the vice president if they're going to go beyond that. But that should be huge news.
Yeah.
What do you think about that?
I think that's good.
So we'll have to wait and see on that one. How do you guys feel about that? Do you think they should extend it? Do you think it's about time we get back on ships? What's your feeling on it? Let's see. So the interesting thing with that is the CDC wanted to extend it to March. I think it was March 1st or February 28th. And the vice president stepped in and said no. So from what I understand, it was a compromise to go a month, but even that could change. They have a big meeting on Friday between the vice president, I think, or his inner circle, and the CDC, and they're going to determine where to go from there. So I don't know if it's good news or bad news. I guess
We'll have to wait and see. So Friday will be.
Welcome, D Incognito. Because if they decide to go the month, everyone's going to think that's a victory and that's good news. But what have we been doing for the last 6 months? They shut down for a month. At the end of the month, or 2 months, and then they go into an extended suspension. So a month just means it gives them a lot more opportunity to extend it again after a month. And it also gives them another month where if all of a sudden you see some kind of a virus thing pop out in the world, they're going to use that to jump on board as a factor for shutting down. So it's a tough call. I think Friday's going to determine a lot, don't you?
Yeah. Will they make that announcement early on Friday?
Someone told me it was very early in the morning. Well, our time, it's very early in the morning.
Oh, okay.
So when we wake up, we'll know what it is.
So we'll wait in anticipation on Friday. If I wake up early, I will certainly turn the news on.
And,
find out what's going on.
Exactly.
I have a lot of PTO time at work, and I'm really itching to go on a vacation.
Second news thing I pulled out is we have been looking at a possible Mardi Gras ship cruise for next October. And from what I understand,
Halloween time, right?
Well, and even before that, but sometime in October.
Yeah.
And my understanding is they have now taken the Mardi Gras out to sea and for a 10-day test run to see if it's seaworthy.
Yeah.
So, and then they're going to bring it back to do whatever work they have to do. So that tells me that that's right on schedule. I think the first, if anyone can help me out, I think the first sailing of that is in February. Don't know if any of you have a Mardi Gras cruise booked. Or can add your 2 cents to that, but that's what we've heard. Let's see. We've got Adventures of David and Aaron.
Adventures of Dave and Aaron.
Welcome.
Thanks for joining us today.
Now they've got it. It's 110 degrees out there. Now what do we have out there? It's sunny and what is it?
Oh, it's like 70.
About 70-ish. Lots of foliage. If the picture in the background is a typical, that's not Mom and Dad, is it?
Might be.
But it's a typical New Hampshire foliage picture.
Wow, I don't like the heat. This is my favorite time of
Okay,
year.
so Raphael is in the group cruise for 2021 for the Mardi Gras. That's a Halloween cruise,
that's a Halloween
Raph?
one, huh? That sounds fun. Yeah.
Yeah, our only fear, we have I'm very anal with planning cruises. I have the spreadsheet with a ton of cruises on it. Right now, they're only for October, November of next year. I was going to do it out to 2022, but they didn't have any cruises listed after September of 2022 for some reason. And I'd like to book 4 cruises over the next 2 years, but a little afraid to until at least one ship gets out into the ocean.
Yeah, that'll be good that ship is going to do a test run. That will give us more information.
No, I know with the virus and stuff, it gets some ships out and go through a thing without any problems. All right, Raph, so that is the Halloween cruise. Okay.
Yeah, that sounds fun.
Yeah, that's one of the 2 we were looking at. We were actually looking, Raph, at the back-to-back, which was that cruise, and then the Mardi Gras the week, I think, before it. So we're just waiting. I assume you're already booked. Let's see. So yeah, that's what we're looking for. And if anyone has we're looking for group cruise. We're looking for anything in October or even November, as long as it doesn't hit the holidays.
Yeah, it would be fun to hook up with people too. You know, I would like that, to meet people that we've chatted with since we've started our channel. It would be a lot of fun.
Right. I mean, it doesn't have to be an official group cruise. We would love to just even climb on board one with a couple of creators, like you said.
Even if we could just meet a couple of creators, that would be nice. I mean, we feel like, we've gotten to know so many people, and it would be nice to meet them in person.
Okay. All right, another news item we have. Now, this is a real, let's see. Okay, this is a real big one for us, and this is one of the things that we've been teetering with booking on our cruises, is I have not heard any official word. If there's any travel agents out there, I think some of you dabble in travel agency, I'm curious on the cancellation policies. If I book a cruise, let's say on the Mardi Gras, and something happens, or let's say they turn me away at the port, what are they responsible for? Do I have to eat the whole cost of everything? My hotels, my flight down, the cruise, everything? Or because they turn me away? Does anyone know how that works? So David and Aaron said they love to sail in October.
Oh, really?
It's not in their travel plans because of work. That must be a peak season for you guys.
You guys, that's hard time for you to get off from work.
Welcome, Fisher Fun Ventures.
Hey, Fisher Fun Ventures. Hello.
Yeah, we just try and stay away from the September is hurricane season, so we try and stay away from that. Nancy refused to do that.
Yeah.
October, November, December, we like, as long as it's around the holidays. Yeah. We like to spend the holiday home with the family.
Yeah, because our last cruise was November 30th to the 15th of December. That worked out nice.
That was great, yeah.
And we had very good weather. Yep. So that was wonderful.
And we don't like the summer. We used to do all our cruises in the summer when the kids were getting to school.
Yeah, but now that we don't have to, we prefer to go in the fall.
Trips were crowded and more expensive.
It's nice. We enjoy the summer here in New Hampshire, and then we get a bonus, nice weather in the Caribbean.
Well, that's the other reason. Why waste a couple nice weeks in New Hampshire in the summer? That's our warm time.
Yeah, so why would we do that now if we don't have to? Which we don't anymore because our kids are older.
Well, and plus we just leave them at home anyways. Our son did jump on board last minute on our last cruise on the Bliss, and that was a lot of fun. Was that 12 days or 14 days? You remember?
I think it was
14.
14. I believe it was 14 because it was the 30th to the 14th.
Right, and that was out of New York. And the funny thing with that, if you saw our video there, we're actually building a snowman on the deck of the Bliss in New York City with the snow coming down heavy.
Video of that
on a 2-week cruise. So that's not bad either when you're actually leaving snow, even though it's cold the first couple of days. A lot of people won't sail out of New York in the fall or winter.
Oh, Sean and Casey are here, and Monarch Moments.
Welcome, both of you.
Both of you, yes. And I'm not sure what Dave and Aaron has to say, but
let's see.
I didn't bring my glasses with me, but you can
let me scroll up here.
Read what they had written down.
Okay, they just said hello.
No, you just went by it. It's up here.
Okay, good afternoon, John Nancy. Lovely to see you too. Great to see you, Sean and Casey. They have not released. I always forget to get this little toy going right now.
Yeah, because
There, okay. They have not released those details yet, but we have the same question, especially if you're a family of five. From the West. Yeah, that's our biggest fear is whether the refund policies. If I invest several $1,000s in hotels, flights, and obviously the ship cruise, what am I getting back if we can't go? And I'm not saying that if it's canceled, because then I understand they'll give a refund. But what if they say I don't pass the temperature check or a false negative, which that's another story we have.
There's been a lot of false negatives. That can happen, yeah. And then you take all that time off from work. What a wasted, use of vacation time.
Right. And just to refresh, the reason we're doing this afternoon is me and Nancy's schedule is very conflicting except for every other Sunday afternoon. So we're trying to squeeze in some more lives by doing them kind of pop up. We're going to try and stick to it early Wednesday afternoon, but we may pop up other days just to do an afternoon one. Yeah. So that's why we're here, just so you know. You know what though? Actually, let me put that up there. It is cheaper during hurricane, which is the worst part of September. We found hurricane technically, I guess, gets over at the end of September or early October. And we found that the fall prices, October, November, December, if you don't go on the holidays, is just as cheap as hurricane season. We paid for 14-day cruise on the Bliss. We paid, was it $529 or $629? $629 last year. And then the year before in the Escape,
the year before it was a little lower than 500. This last year was around 600. Yes. Yeah,
$629 in the Bliss, and then $529 or $549, I think it was on the Escape for a 12-day cruise the year before. So
that's correct.
I don't know if these deals are going to be around anymore. There's going to be supply and demand, and we may not see them, which is another reason we're looking at booking, because there are some decent prices, not great, but decent prices out there. Travel with Nick. Welcome. Let's see. I'm not sure how a lot of cruise industry stays alive with these disruptions. Really sad. And you guys probably have a better idea of the cost, but I could not believe when they were saying per month what it's cost. Maybe $1 billion was too far off, but it was an incredible amount of money that they're spending every single month. You wonder how they survive. And when they do come back, they're going to owe all these in debt. Yeah. They borrowed this money. So this isn't just freebie money they're playing with.
Don't you feel that they can build it back up fairly quickly? Because people are going to be antsy to cruise. Once they get going, I think they'll go full speed ahead.
The problem is, when are they going to get going? Because, they're starting out, they're half full, true. And I heard a quote that the MSC is spending $600,000 a week per cruise in Europe.
Oh, Dee Incognito just joined us. Hello,
no, she's
Dee.
Been here.
Oh, she's been. Yeah. Oh, I didn't recognize you. Travel with Nick. Hello.
600,000 a week, and that's going strictly towards the safety protocol. So that's over $500,000 that they're not making just on whatever they do for the protocols.
Wow.
So it's a shame. It's really sad.
It is sad. Wow, that is.
Let's see. Doing very good. Just working. Taking a nice break. Sean KC. How are you guys? People are saying hi to people.
Yeah, it's a beautiful Wednesday afternoon. It's sunny and 70. I like it. This is my kind of weather.
Another news story we have is, I'm sure you've all heard of that 12 virus-stricken crew members on the German ship that happened a few days ago. Well, as it turned out, after I retested some of them, I think up to 3 times, but after retesting the people they suspected of having it, they found they were all false negatives.
Well,
12 false negatives.
I wonder how they're testing them now.
Well, what they're doing is, from what I hear,
you can do the throat, but is that more accurate than actually testing up the nasal passages?
No, my understanding is that a lot of the tests they're doing at the cruise ports are the quick ones, which aren't as accurate.
Oh,
and once they give them the like you said, shove it all the way up the cave thing.
That's the way.
Then it turns out they find that they are really negative.
Oh, because that's the way. I thought the more accurate test was going way up to the nasal passages, almost into your brain.
Yeah. I mean, it goes up there.
It goes up there.
Welcome, Dear Planet Live. Welcome Tyler Show, Mr. Tyler.
Hello, Tyler.
I lost him yesterday. I was watching his live, and I don't know if it was our end or his end, but the signal just dropped out.
Oh. Yeah, has anybody had any of
More
the...
lives, John. Oh, that's right. Boston lost. You find something to do. Spare time.
It seems
Well, actually, we're in the hills of New Hampshire, so even less. I know what you mean with Boston. No, we're down to one, right? KC, one team.
I'm going to correct that. We are in rural New Hampshire in the Mount Monadnock region. If anybody is familiar with New Hampshire, we are in the Mount Monadnock region, which is, they say it's the second most climbed mountain. I don't know. But I'm not sure if that's a correct fact, but that's what I heard.
Vizzo, not sure yet. Not really sure. Okay, so now we found the whole crew. And the bad thing with that cruise was obviously that they were found negative and it gave a bad name to cruising, but also from what I understand, they made people, quarantine people in their cabins for 2 or 3 days. So it's interesting to see how the cruise line is going to deal with that, you know. I would imagine some rebate or onboard credit's gotta happen. I think Casey is laughing at me. Me and Casey have a little bit of a sports rivalry here, and we were hoping for a Celtics Lakers or Celtics Clippers. He would have taken either finale, but the Celtics blew it, and his Lakers are going to just walk right through 4-game sweep for a championship.
You know, it's just scary because there's so many unknowns with cruising, and I'd like to have all the facts before.
Well, that's why we're leery. I still would like to book like the ones for next October, just as a placeholder.
Yeah.
In case price go up.
Yeah, it gives us something to look forward to.
Dave and Aaron, they have extended the no solo to October 31st. Yeah, apparently there's a big meeting on Friday in Washington, D.C. according.
Yeah.
Yeah, we addressed this at the beginning. I know that's a wild news now. And that, like we said earlier, that could be good news or bad news. I mean, a month gives them all sorts of time to find more excuses to extend it longer. Mm-hmm. It also gives the other side more ammunition to say we should try cruising. So it's going to be an interesting dogfight over the next month.
Yeah.
Oops, that's where I was doing.
Nautical Nurse Nancy's here.
My Wi-Fi went out for the first live software, but I did live in Steamy and worked great.
Welcome.
Can you guys see us, or are we foggy out there?
Nautical Nurse Nancy's here. I just want to say hi, give her a shout out. I'm not sure
Nancy.
What her comment was, because you're reading all the comments.
Well, I'm not putting them up here. Okay. Yeah. I mean, if you want to take this pair of glasses and try
I can go grab mine.
Happy Wednesday. Happy Wednesday to you too. And welcome, Ninsky and Ellie around the world.
Oh, hello.
I didn't see them earlier.
No.
To reiterate what we had said, we are here because we are trying something new, because the only time we can do lives together every other Sunday afternoon. So we're going to try. We both work second and third shifts. I work a rotating shift. So this way we can try and sneak something in during the week if there is people out there looking for something to do during the afternoon. Let's see. Casey, we have good fun going back and forth, John. We do, Casey. You know, it's funny. I don't find a lot of people on this. A lot of people talk travel, but people don't like to banter about sports as much. So it's fun to have a healthy banter. Let's see. Nancy, hey there, Sean Casey. It's okay. She's saying hello. Hello. Okay, so our next thing we'll pull out for a news item. Let's see. We did the Mardi Gras. We did the cancellation policies, which we're all waiting to hear how those are going to work. We did the no sale. How about varying? I don't know if you're still here, Blaine, but moving over to Disney. Big shock there as they just laid off
28,000 people.
28,000 people in just Disney World and Disneyland alone.
Oh my gosh.
So that is scary stuff. Now, Blaine, are you still out there? If you are, just let me know. I'm curious to ask you some questions about the crowd. I have heard that the crowds now that they were secretly given the word, the cast members were, that they're going to 50%. They are now running at 50% occupancy.
Wow.
Nurse Nancy, yes, he is, but I've never really getting into a sports banter with him.
So if they're running at a 50% occupancy, is that going to mean the lines are going to be,
Well,
that much longer?
They
Or
can't-
how are they going
good.
to do that?
Blaine is here. Blaine, can you give me a little? Actually, Blaine, if you're willing to, after go through the last item here, I'd like to bring you up and you could tell us the state of Disney World real quickly.
Oh, yeah,
Let me
that'd
know
be
if
good
you're
information.
interested in doing that.
I'm just curious how, with some of the new rides, how long of a wait?
Well, they started out, they were real low because they were going such a small
Well,
occupancy.
that's true.
Now I heard they
yeah.
went to 50%, and there are over-hour waits on some of the bigger rides.
Yeah, wow.
Okay, so a little blurry, so it's,
We're a little blurry.
we're coming through clear, so
All
that's
right.
good. Okay. Let's see. All right, let's see what's on next. Okay, we jotted down one other thing, and this is for theme park enthusiasts. How many of you like roller coasters? Well, I guess Universal Studio is coming out with a new roller coaster called the Velocicoaster.
Oh my gosh.
And it's supposed to be, I think, one of the biggest drops or something.
Holy
It's
moly.
based on the Jurassic Park movies.
Yeah.
It's based on the newest one,
Okay.
and it's supposed to be pretty
Wow.
cool from what they said.
Well, I got brave and I tried the which one that I think Mount Everest one. I didn't think I was ever going to do, but I don't think I'd be brave enough to do that if it has a big drop. Would you do it?
I would try it once. I always use
We
the
did all the roller
excuse.
coasters with our son.
I'm always afraid of roller coasters, and I use the excuse that my son needed company to get the nerve to go
Oh
on.
my
and
gosh, yeah.
But I find,
You
and
conquered them all that year.
I really get into the ones that do the loop-de-loop where they go over. And
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
the ones I don't like are the
Well, I
wooden
like
ones.
the loop-de-loop when it was in the dark. So
John, just watch out for the Golden
the
State
rock-
Warriors first round pick and big guns. That's good trash talk. I don't know if I'm talking to Is it Garrett or Michelle? Who's talking to me right now? I know it's Hannah talking sports, but yeah, they're going to be mean next year. They certainly are.
Yeah, I like the roller coaster with the loop-de-loop in the dark. Remember that one, the rock and roller coaster, with the Aerosmith music? That was
That was
awesome.
wonderful. And the Hulk.
That was
I liked.
awesome. Well, you did the Hulk.
But the big drops. That's my biggest
Yeah,
thing.
I
I
don't
do
like
not
those drops.
like going. They go so slow to go up the hill, and
Yeah.
then they drop you straight down, and
Well,
that's kind of, I don't really
Do you
care
know
for.
how big of a drop the Splash Mountain ride was? That wasn't too bad. I like that. I could do something like that.
Yeah.
But nothing.
Let's see.
large.
Yeah, Everest. That's a really neat one.
That was a blast.
So when you
Yeah,
go backwards, you
I
go
know.
up
That's why I didn't want to go on it, but I'm glad I did it, and I did it twice, so I really enjoyed it.
And the question I have for anyone that's been on Everest recently is what do you call that thing? The Bottle Soul Man.
Oh,
Is he
yeah.
working? Remember, he wasn't working for the longest time.
Yeah, that was really cool, though. I like
I love you guys' favorite young couple. We are definitely we hit that very young demographic group. Okay.
Oh,
Port workers, Dave and Aaron. Port workers have been protesting the past couple of days. Yeah, I saw that. In fact, I have a lot of. Wish I had some here. I put them up, but a lot of cute original signs. We didn't turn on that light.
oh, do you want me to?
Yeah, if you can do it without knocking that over. See, this is what you get when you're an amateur YouTuber here. Okay, I bet that's better, huh?
Hey, if that makes a difference.
Maybe not as good, but
It might be.
it helps if you turn the spotlight on.
I think we're less fuzzy.
Okay.
I don't know. We'll have to ask somebody.
Well, you can tell we're looking right there. It looks much better.
Yeah.
Let's see, Tyler. Okay. Okay, Blaine, I sent you the link. You let me know when you're ready to come up. Blaine's going to talk about Disney. I won't keep it too long, Blaine.
So he just got back from Disney?
Just got back Sunday, I want to
Sunday.
say.
Okay. Yeah, I'd like to hear and talk about it.
Because me and you can babble from what we see, but we don't.
We haven't been in 9 years, so things have changed, obviously.
Okay. All right, good. So the mountains look nicer then, I guess, back
Oh,
there.
good. I think that is Mom and Monadnock. If anybody,
Disneyland's still closed in California. Is not. Yeah, that's interesting. You get Florida that's opening up, and you can do everything. Pack them
Yeah.
in, take the mask off,
Yeah.
do anything you want. And then California, they
Jeez.
can't even open Disneyland at a reduced rate.
Oh, wow.
Just shows which politicians are which. You know what I mean? John Nancy, the new ride at USO is done, and now they are doing putting it through the test. Okay, so
What's
that
the name
should
of the
be.
ride?
Oh gosh, now you gotta make me peek back there again.
Oh, Jurassic.
Velocicoaster.
Oh, yes, I know. I've seen. That's right. I know what you're talking about. Yes. Yeah, that looks intense. I don't think I'd try that.
Oh, I see Blaine. Okay, so we're gonna bring Blaine up
Okay.
here. Hey, Blaine.
Hey, Blaine.
You see us?
Yep, everything's good.
Thanks for dropping up here. Just telling Nancy you would return from 7 days, right? Sunday to Sunday from Disney World.
Right. Yep, and we had a good time. Yeah.
Awesome.
I'll let you talk and just give us some kind of, I won't keep you on too long, but just give us some kind of a summary of what it's like down there right now.
Well, we were shocked by how many people, because we got excited, a couple months ago. Well, we had to reschedule. I'll go back to that. Our original trip was May 4th, and it got canceled, obviously, and then we rescheduled for the week that we just went on. And we were excited because we knew less crowd means, we'd have more time to ride rides and different things. But it seemed like the crowds were more crowded than we ever anticipated. However, word on the street is they're still at 30%, but it seems like it's more because you've got the 6 feet social distancing lines at each ride, so it makes it look like the lines are a whole lot longer.
I didn't think of that.
So what it is when you look up on the board and it says, say, an hour and 105 minutes, normally that turns into about 60, maybe an hour. And so if you're having to wait an hour, it'll not be 40 minutes, so they kind of want to set the expectation up here, but when it's a whole lot lower than what you anticipated waiting, then obviously there's going to be a whole lot less people that's mad, but if you set it up here and then it's a whole lot longer, then you're going to have more people that's upset. So, but the lines were definitely longer than we anticipated.
Yeah, I heard the 50% they were talking started Monday, which would have been probably the day after you returned home, right?
Exactly. Now I have been watching some live streams and with the governor's orders now. I don't know how. I don't think that plays too much into Disney's plans of what they're doing because, as you know, Disney kind of does their own thing, so they can't afford having just because if you remember, you haven't heard of any cases coming out of Disney, so they can't afford to have one case. Otherwise, they'd have to shut down again, and they can't afford that. So.
That's all you need is one case. Did you find all the rides were open, all the attractions?
All of the, I think that most of the attractions were open. What we did find was some of the restaurants and different places you eat at and stuff was not open. But as far as the rides go, they were pretty much open. So I'm trying to think. There were one ride. I think maybe one ride in one of the parks that wasn't open. I can't remember which one it was, but we didn't get to do the Rise of the Resistance because they only have 2 spots available each day. You have to get in the queue, which is at 10 a.m. and then 2 p.m. And we tried to get in that, and we couldn't. So
because there's no reservations in advance anymore, right? You can't reserve that in advance, correct?
Yeah, they don't have the fast pass or anything like that, so which kind of stinks for season, annual pass holders. They're not really getting all the perks they paid for. So
right now you drove down, I assume, which would mean you could drive from your hotel to because you're off site from your hotel to the parks on your own, correct?
Yeah, we drove. We're only about 5 hours from here in South Carolina. It only takes us about 5 hours to get to Orlando.
Oh. That's not bad.
That's nice.
That's nice, yeah.
So we drove. We stayed just outside of SeaWorld, so we weren't far from. We might have been 10 minutes from the parks.
Nice. Did you get on the ferry or the monorail at all? I'm curious if those were crowded or.
Now the they had the buses running, but they didn't have the monorail running on the days that we went. So I don't know if it was broken or what, but they didn't have it running.
I wonder if that's a social distancing thing, the monorail.
Either that or they were only doing it for the people that were staying in park at different like Polynesian and all that stuff. That might have been an option. We didn't really.
Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
True. Did you notice if those skyways were running? The new skyway?
I saw the sky. Yeah, they were the lifts. I did see the lifts running from place to place. Because as soon as we pulled up, we could see them going across. So. Okay,
and I've heard there's no parades, right? They have those little caravans that go down the street.
Yeah, cavalcade. They had that going on. We saw plenty of that, and but as far as like I was mentioning earlier, the rides there were sometimes we'd wait an hour and a half on some of the rides, and that was the more popular rides, such as in Star Wars Galaxy and different things like that. That's where most of the wait was.
Oh, wow.
Okay.
Now, you said most of the restaurants were closed. Do they have like little food kiosks that were open?
They got kiosks, and most of the food, there was a few food places, like I said, that was not operational, but it was kind of a mess because you had to do all the mobile ordering, so you couldn't actually go into a restaurant until you had to basically wait outside the restaurant or in the area until you got an alert on the mobile app that said your food was ready.
Oh, I see.
So
now, I heard there were no fireworks. Were there any shows at all?
No,
any shows at all?
All the shows are being canceled. Had been canceled. Now, I will say, it was either the weekend. It may have been during the weekend. I saw a couple people saying that Epcot was actually testing fireworks, so they may actually be doing fireworks soon. But you couldn't actually watch them from the park. You could be outside the park and watch, but they may be actually doing something soon. So.
Okay, got one other question for you. If you're talking to the average Joe who's planning the trip, would you recommend going down right now? Would you go back right now, or would you wait a few months until things get a little bit better?
I would go back just because I'm a Disney fan, but the thing is, I don't see it getting any better. If anything, they're going to be increasing the numbers eventually. They may not be doing it right now, but I mean, it's not going to get any better as far as the wait times and stuff, especially with the social distancing. I don't know how long Florida's planning on, or Disney's planning on keeping that, but they're still actually putting plexiglass on each ride between, when you go down through the walkways and all that stuff. They're putting plexiglass up between, locations so people's not breathing on each other. So that costs a lot of money. So if they're still doing that, I don't see them lifting restrictions anytime soon.
That sounds great. Thanks for that. Before we let you go, Blaine, just give a little shout out to your channel, please.
Yeah, so we go live on Mondays at 8 p.m. Eastern. We enjoy cruising, Disney. We're full-time RVers, so we enjoy the RV life, and we just started a Facebook group, Rayleigh. It's the Rayleigh Travel Tribe. So make sure you come over and join us. We'd love to have you, and we just having fun. I also did a room tour. I haven't put it up yet. We're still editing that, but we're going to do a room tour of our Marriott that we stayed at. So that'll be fun.
Sounds great. Why didn't you take, just out of curiosity, the RV down? Is that something you're just going to do in the future? Or?
Well, we're going to next time. More than likely, we may do it next time. We have a timeshare, so we we didn't do it this time going to Disney just because of that. Plus, we'd already had the reservations booked, so I know some of those campgrounds go pretty quick, especially right now with more RVers on the road than any time ever before. So
yeah, that's true.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, thank you very much for joining us, Blaine.
I'm glad you had a good
appreciate it.
time in Disney.
Yeah, we had a good time. But like I said earlier, I would definitely recommend it. Just remember, if you go, you have to have reservations each day
Oh.
of each park. So if you decide on a Monday you want to go to this park, and Tuesday a certain park, you have to know in advance which one you want to go to, and plus all the restaurants you got to have reservations for. We ate at Be Our Guest on Wednesday, so we had reservations in advance for that. So.
Well, so you got to plan
Great.
ahead.
So it's good advice. Thank you very much,
Very
Blaine.
good advice.
All right. Thank you. See you.
Bye, everyone.
Have a good day. Thanks
Bye.
again.
Thank you very much, Blaine.
Yeah, that was
Let's go back
interesting.
to the
Very
chat real
interesting. Yeah, I think
quickly
we had
here.
some new people join us. We had Sawyer in the middle.
Let's see. Sawyer in the middle.
And,
Welcome.
I think it was another. Meldo. And,
Melda and Amra family.
yeah, thank you for joining
I go to
us.
their lives a
Hello.
lot.
Yeah.
Let's see. Okay, so you're saying. Oh, wrong one.
Yeah, I'm glad. I thought he took his RV down. That's what I was thinking, but.
So I think Garrett is on the Monarch. So I'm answer someone else too. So let's see. Okay.
Didn't you think he took his RV? Were you under the impression?
No,
he
I
took
didn't realize I had a
his
time
RV?
here.
No, I didn't
We had a
either.
time share for 30 years.
Yeah, we
Which is the
did.
greatest thing. We would go to Disney every other year for 2 weeks, stay in this
Oh my
luxurious
God,
timeshare.
luxurious timeshare. The kids were just blown away by it. Their rooms were huge. The place was huge. It was wonderful.
Would anyone else like to, I'll put the link here, would anyone else like to pop up here and give your channel a little promo and get to know you a little bit face to face? Let me know if you planning on it so I can keep an eye open for you. Let's see, T&K, we're heading to Orlando. They're heading to Orlando in 80 days. Oh, for Grinchmas. So you're going to Universal.
Oh, yeah,
Are you doing both Universal and Studio? Yeah, Universal and Disney.
That sounds fun.
Yeah, that's always cool. I always seen a picture of it. We've never gone down to Universal at Christmas time.
Yeah, I'd like to know more about that. You have to let us know how it went.
Let's see. That's the link.
When are they going again?
They go in 80 days.
80
so it's
days.
about just under 3 months.
Yeah.
Just when they're going to open up all the cruising.
Ah.
Okay, they're doing just a Universal trip. So you staying at one of the resorts at Universal? See, I think the only way to do Universal is to do the Fast Pass.
Yeah.
Because they don't seem to do as good a job at Disney as the queues or anything.
They still have, when we went, they had that other land. What was that? Was it Adventureland? I can't think of it.
Well, there's 2 parks.
2 parks.
There's the Universal Studios,
Yeah.
which is basically the movies.
Right, I remember
And
that.
then there's the Islands of Adventure.
Islands of Adventure, that's the one. That was kind of cool. So you'd have to pay separate for the 2 parks. Okay, so they're not.
You can get a hopper. It's like Disney. Think
like
of it as the 2
Disney.
parks in
Okay.
Disney World.
Oh, that was fun when we did that.
See, no one wants to come up here. Good chance of promo yourself. Well, while we're waiting for someone to come up here, we have at least 13 in the house right now. Why don't you put your hashtag creator so at least people know who you are. Like I said, if you want to come up and just talk a little with us, that's great too. Okay, so this is, I was wondering, we may upgrade our hotel to get the fast passes every day. Which hotel are you at right now? Are you on site, first of all? Because you can get it on site, and then but some don't come with the fast pass.
Oh, I see.
Depending on what you're booking.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, the creators are coming in. So we had hashtag creator for Sailing Away with T&K.
Yeah.
Hashtag creator from Raphael Vizzo's Travel. Let's see.
Hashtag Rayleigh Creative Travel.
Monarch Moments. I would come up, but I haven't done my hair. Gary, as far as we know, you don't have any hair. We have never seen you. And the one picture I put out of you did not have hair. So Tyler, hashtag creator. Blaine, who was just up here, hashtag creator. Monarch Moments, hashtag creator. Let's see.
So the Grinch. So I'm curious because I don't know about the
Okay, they're staying at the Lowe's Hotel.
The Grinch, what is it? The Grinchmas?
Grinchmas is they theme it.
They theme it
for Christmas
for
time.
Christmas. All Grinch.
Correct me if I'm wrong, chat, but I think they have shows, they have music, they have.
That sounds fun.
The Grinch comes out. They're all actually
That's one of my favorite movies.
They used to have. They actually had a sliding hill that you could slide.
Oh,
snow and ice.
Oh, that's cool. They don't have that anymore. That's too bad. But
Well, no, I'm not saying they don't have it anymore. We just haven't been there. I don't know if they have it or not.
Oh, that sounds fun because that was one of my. I loved.
Garrett, you know that's the truth.
I thought Jim Carrey did a great job as the Grinch.
Yeah, Garrett, I'm thinking of doing this. Maybe if I sign you an exclusive contract, this could be the first time ever on YouTube that you come out here.
Oh, we got a few more. We got Richie and Vanessa are here. Thank you for joining us. And I'm not sure. I'll have to read
Nancy
that
and
one.
Ellie around the world.
Oh, okay. Hello, welcome.
I'm not sure if I said hi to them earlier.
I don't know. I don't think I did. Welcome, both of you. Thank you for joining us. I really should have brought my glasses.
You can throw those on. You can just tell people they're mine and so they can laugh at me and not you. Yes, I have visitors. That's one of Parkins Central. All right. Islands of Adventures, Christmas theme, where they recreate probably the story throughout the day. Universal Orlando has Macy's Christmas Parade and had more of the traditional Christmas theme. Do you know that's a good question. Is Universal doing shows right now? Are they running parades? I didn't think to ask that question.
So
Nurse Nancy is going to join you guys, so you better make space for one more, maybe two. I don't know if she's bringing anyone with her or not.
So the Grinchmas is at Islands of Adventure. Is that right?
Islands of Adventure, right, which is different islands, superhero
Right,
park.
I know. We went there. Yeah, I remember
the
it.
area that's Dr. Seuss, I'm assuming it's in that area. They have a stage.
Oh, that makes sense.
And they make everything themed Christmassy, and they call it Grinchmas.
Okay.
And I think they have shows and everything else. He's saying it over in, he or she, actually, I don't know which one of them's on there. Is saying that over in Universal, they have a parade now, Macy's Parade. That's the Macy's Parade for Christmas time they have on TV and stuff.
Yes.
They have obviously a smaller version.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, I really enjoyed Islands of Adventure. Wasn't that Dr. Seuss ride was fun? I mean, the Cat in the Hat. Remember that?
Sorry, Nancy. See, it's easy when talking in person. I just put the link up again. Oh, you're already on there. Wow. See, I still know how to do this stuff.
Hey, you guys.
Oh, boy, Nancy. Hello, Nancy.
Hi. Good to see you.
Finally get to see you face to face.
Yeah.
Wow, I appreciate you guys. I know that John is always catching up with my live streams. He's always, I really appreciate it.
Oh, it's fun. It's fun. And you have such a drawing. You're such a popular gal.
I
don't know why. It's just.
You have what it takes. You got what it takes. So, Nancy, why don't you promote your channel a little bit first and then tell us about you?
Oh,
I
don't like to do self-promotion. That's not why I wanted to join you guys. But, I like to talk about cruise. Cruising is mostly my shtick. So hard right now to, we can talk about it. We can dream about it, but hard to show any cruising going on.
I know.
Now, you're a firm believer in the cruises starting up right now, right? From what I gather. See, I go both ways. I get into debates with people all the time. I go both ways. If the cruise line would guarantee me they're going to do what they say they're going to do, my biggest fear is I don't trust the cruise lines. Not that I don't trust the protocols.
Yeah, I just want to get out there, but you're right. It's frustrating. It's frustrating to have bookings and then have cancellations. So we've had tons of bookings and cancellations and rebookings and recanceling. And yes, I think that now I'm just protecting my spirits and trying to do some travel, but just trying to not have so much, kind of expect the cruising to be canceled, and then when it happens, it's going to be wonderful.
Right. I mean, you filled the gaps with you had a great trip to Vegas, and then not Cancun. You weren't doing Cancun, right? You did a different part of Mexico. Oh,
No,
that's
we
Cancun?
did go to Cancun and we're going back there. So we had a little spontaneous trip to Cancun. I was able to go to Wanda's from Cruising with Food or Cruising for Food. I went to her birthday party too. So we've done some really, really nice trips. And then we went across Michigan with my whole big family.
Wow.
So we've done a lot of travel lately. And we've stayed safe. Thankfully, we have not had anyone sick with that virus. So very, very thankful of that. So we're traveling while we can, and I'm trying to show it, but it takes a long time for me to edit. It just really, really does. and the thing is, there's so many live streams I want to be part of.
Right.
That takes time.
Well, I tell people it takes an hour and a half for every minute of editing I do, and they find it hard to believe. But it's a long time.
It's so time consuming. I mean, and I love doing it, but it takes a lot to get it to where, and then I still have to I still have to let it go and say, okay, well, this may not be perfect, but it's as good as I can do right now.
I think we all get to that point. Yeah, take it. It's the best I have right now.
Well, this is it. It's the best I can do, and I'm just going to get it out there. But Blaine said squirrel. Oh, Nancy squared. Yes. Oh, I thought he said squirrel. Nancy squared. Yes, Nancy, you have the best name.
I do.
Yeah, I'm like an Oreo cookie here, surrounded by two Nancy.
Right.
Nancy on each side.
Oh, Nancy on each side. Yeah.
Yeah, it's funny though. You're taking all those little vacations of yours, and well, they're not really little, but it probably still doesn't make up even for one cruise. It's
we'll choose cruising 100 times over. We really do miss the cruising. So we do miss it, but it's cool to connect with different people who are, like coping different ways with different vacations, RVing too, so it's interesting to see all of that kind of boom.
Right. And what else is going on? Now are you a frontline nurse or what exactly is your position?
Yeah. So I'm an ICU nurse. So I am in an intensive care unit. It's for a very small community hospital. So we take care of, every day is different. I love it. I only work part-time, so it helps me to be able to do this as well.
Oh, that's nice.
So it's nice, very much so.
Yeah.
And helps me balance my life.
Yeah, it gives you the freedom to travel more. That's nice.
Yeah, but I am a real nurse. Some people are like, how can you be a real nurse? I've been a nurse for going on 30 years here.
Oh, wow.
That's a long time.
Wow.
That's wonderful.
30 years.
Yeah.
And then you changed the name a little bit to Naughty Nancy, just for fluff. Right? That's the screen name, correct?
You got to spell it right.
I know. That's right. Now, how's your daughter doing? Your daughter was sick lately, right?
Yep. We are taking it one day at a time. So it's been tough, but it's been kind of ups and downs, and we're trying to get some answers, and that's hard. It's hard, and it's hard to be a kid of a nurse. So you don't get as much empathy or sympathy, especially with an ICU nurse, because sometimes I'm like, well, you wouldn't be in my ICU. So
suck it up. And get out there.
That's it. That's how she feels. So we have to have conversations with that. And I really like this cruise community so much. There's such a good support, for all of us. So I appreciate it.
Yeah, it's fun. I never realized till we get into it how many people are out there supporting each other. It's unbelievable.
It is.
Yeah.
I would have done some stuff different at the beginning if I realized there's definitely different approaches right now if you're going to do a channel.
Yeah.
So that's good.
It is. There's a lot more out there though, and there's a lot of connectivity though too. So I really like that. Thanks to Blaine and his cruise-a-thons.
Yeah.
He started it. That's how I think most of us will say they got to know him, except for the very new channels. But I think he did 3 of them way back when, at the beginning of this pandemic.
Well, Blaine has been such a supporter, for a long, long time of cruise channels. So it's been a long time. I remember when he went just by Blaine, right?
Oh, it was
Yeah,
something.
oh,
It
it
was
was
Blaine.
20.
Let's see.
What was
It's
it?
Blaine Rally. Rally.
Rally Creative
No,
Travel.
Rally Create Travel is now. Yeah, you're right though.
It
It
used
was
to be
Blaine.
like Blaine 20. He had a number.
If you stall long enough, he's going to throw it up here in the chat. I'm sure.
I
There it
know.
is
Blaine
right there.
2007. There you go.
I know if we stalled long enough, he'd bail us out.
I just want to say a shout out to Sherry Awesome Sunset, who just joined us. Sherry's here. Thank you for joining us.
So, anything else?
Yeah.
Can you add anything else?
So,
I was going to say, naughty nurse Nancy.
what's your next travel
Nancy,
plans?
too, about cruising or travel.
Yeah, what are your next travel
We
plans?
have another trip to Cancun with a big group. So
Oh, really?
that's going to be with See the World with Chris and Life is Good Today, Alma and
Nice.
Ronnie, and then there's a bunch of channels. There's a couple of the girls are going. So Flamingo Pam is coming, and Michelle Bowen from Jay the Wrench Bowen. So there's a lot of names that are familiar out here, usernames.
It cracks me up that every name you. Well, it cracks me up every name you mention. They actually know who they are. Through this.
Yeah.
You think they'd be strangers.
It is going to be such a blast. Yep. So that's coming in October, where our group cruise was going to happen. Our Sharon at Sea La Lita Loca big group cruise was going to happen, and it didn't. So this is like a substitute for that. So we're going to have our own land cruise vacation, kind of.
Is it Halloween? Will you be there over Halloween?
Yep. So we're going to dress up and have fun with that. Yes, absolutely.
Don't they celebrate the Day of the Dead or something down there? That'd be wild doing it down there.
They do. I think that they do. I think that's a different day. I think the Day of the Dead is a different celebration, but they do celebrate. They really celebrate life and remembering the dead. So I think that it's not like a morbidity kind of a thing. I think it's more of a celebration, and that's why they really have a lot of the skeletons and the skulls, and they do a lot of that. So it's going to be exciting.
Yeah.
Raphael said November 1st and 2nd, so I assume he's talking to the
Day
that is the Day of the Dead.
Day of the Dead, November 1st and 2nd.
Dawn of the Dead. Yeah.
Oh, Dawn of the Dead.
No, it's a movie.
What?
Okay.
Oh, Dawn.
So you guys plan on your own Halloween party down there?
Yeah, I think that we're going to do our own dress up kind of stuff. And I don't know how much, we're just going to enjoy being together. But yeah, it's going to be for Halloween.
Are you going to make those Jell-O shots?
I don't think I will. I'm saving that for a cruise.
Nancy, Nancy keeps on hounding me to find. She still has not seen that scene of you jumping into the pool.
I said I want
in your gown. And
I was crazy hyper.
And she's been wanting to see it. I've been trying to find it, but it goes back months now. And
it's the ship show. It's the ship show's live stream. So it's on the Sharon Group Cruise, but it's the ship show live stream, and it's live from the pool of the Carnival Horizon. So if you look that up, you should be able to find it. But
so they have that in the title.
Ship show,
in the title,
live show, the pool of the Carnival Horizon.
Sure,
that's okay. You can always message me if you want to look that up. I was just crazy, but it was such a fun opportunity, and one of those things you just gotta enjoy. We did get permission. We got permission from the lifeguard, but my Anthony didn't know we got permission, so he was he thought we were gonna totally get thrown off the ship. So he was like, no, and
I didn't know that.
I didn't know that either. That's interesting.
Is that a secret you're letting out for the first time here?
So no. I mean, we talked about that before, but yeah, if you listen to that clip, you'll hear my Anthony going, no. And that's like the last thing I remember hearing as I was jumping in, and I'm like, oh shoot, my Anthony is gonna be mad.
No, your Anthony has gotten big time more into cruising especially, but even the YouTube. I remember at the beginning, I don't know if you didn't want to or you just kept him off the air, but he wasn't that visible.
He's getting to see the vision. He does it for me. Because it's really, I mean, he loves cruising. But the sharing the vision is more of my thing. And I'm definitely more plugged into the community, but he's understanding kind of more of what I'd like the shots I'd like to get. And he knows that, kind of when I go somewhere, I'm vlogging it. So what that means.
Right. Well, he seems to get into it more now.
Yeah. He's really been very supportive of me with this. So I really appreciate that.
That's great.
Well, he's taken some nice shots with his, what do you call that thing?
Drone.
The drone.
No, the drone. Yeah, he's taken some nice shots with the drone.
Those drone shots are great.
It's always kind of tricky because sometimes, the different countries have different rules for what you're allowed for a drone. And he has a big drone. So they definitely have big rules around that. So he doesn't always feel like he can get the shots that he'd like to get, around the ship. You can't really fly that big drone around the ship. They don't allow it at the cruise port. They don't allow it. They are really strict about that. Sherry got some fun screenshots.
Maybe that's what, Sherry, you should send to all of us. We could use it as screenshots. I'm always looking for a screenshot.
You know what? It was one of those opportunities.
Vinderella, welcome.
Oh, hi, Vinderella.
Actually drinking out of your mug right now.
Yeah.
Vinderella has another YouTube channel.
Yep.
So anything else you'd like to add? I don't want to keep you on all afternoon.
No, I just really appreciate you guys and appreciate this cruise community. So I just wanted to come out here and give you my support. And I love your scene in the background there.
New Hampshire in the fall.
Mom and Monarch.
Lovely.
Just give a little plug for your live, though. I know you don't like doing plugs, but when's your live?
I do go live now every Tuesday evening. It's late, so it's Eastern time at 10 p.m. So it's a little on the late side. We only go for an hour, but Cruise Day Tuesday, we hang out, and I really just enjoyed this community so much that I was happy. Yesterday was a hard day, but I was so happy to hang out, with this cruise community. You guys really lift each other up and lift me up so much. I love the connectivity and the support, and that so many people are so supportive of each other, and that is not common, I think, in the YouTube space. So
I agree.
Yeah.
I appreciate that. So every Tuesday you'll find me, as long as I can, you'll find me 10 p.m. Eastern. So
and she's got new stuff too because she's been traveling.
Yeah, you've got new videos.
On her videos,
right.
I have stuff coming. Yep, I have a lot of stuff coming. I have a lot of stuff in the back burner too. So thanks so much, you guys. I really appreciate it.
Thank you very much for coming up, Nancy.
Thank you very much.
Talk to you later.
Nancy.
Bye. That was great finally talking to her. Let's see these faces.
Yeah.
Get her. Blaine, I've talked to on, there was another live we were both on.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So let's see who else.
Well, I welcome Sherry. Did you welcome Sherry?
Go back a wee bit here. I apologize. Let's see. Okay, so I welcome Sherry. And she's saying hello. Okay, and Raphael put up the CDC extended, so time another cruises. My dog has not gotten under the deck lately. I still feel, Raph, that if you should have videotaped him before you rescued the dog, that would have been a great video.
It would have been, yeah.
I know that now people think I'm heartless, but he would have been okay. Just would have stayed on there an extra minute or two.
Oh, poor puppy.
Let's see. And then that's right. Raphael was saying, how you asked her about the shots.
Oh, yeah.
Down in Mexico, you don't need them because it's all inclusive. So all the drinks are included.
That's
so you don't bring your own shot.
You don't have to bring your own shot.
Still, she could make them. If
she could still
she's
make
out there,
them.
Nancy, you could take this stuff, the free alcohol this time, and make your syringe shots. Your shots, as they call them.
That's right. It's an all-inclusive. Someday I'd like to do one of those.
I would love to once this goes on. I wish we had the guts to do it now. But
yeah, we don't.
The thing is, we can't do it with our jobs either. We both have to come back and take 2 weeks of quarantine.
Yeah.
And it comes out of vacation time.
Right, right.
Let's see. Let's say that.
I just think it would be cool to see orange and black Jell-O shots.
Were they orange and black?
No, I just said for Halloween.
If she did them, she could come up with that. That's right.
If she did them for Halloween, she'd have to make them orange and black.
See, these two.
Do they have black Jell-O?
Michelle, Monarch Moments. So Garrett was here. Michelle, did you take Garrett's place or are you both there? See, they keep tricking me. Shell says, hi, Sherry. I guess I'm chopped liver. Just kidding. Let's see. I think we covered all those people.
Yeah, well, Nancy's certainly been keeping busy with her traveling, even though, we can't cruise. She's certainly doing the best she can,
So we had
enjoying
right.
herself.
Oh, definitely. I wish we all
Which is
do
nice.
that.
So she has a hard
wonderful.
job, so it's really good.
Get rid of the stress.
Yeah.
So we're going to try and do this once or twice a week, pop up anytime between noon and 3 o'clock. Would anyone else like to pop up here before we move on? Just give me an indicator that you want to, and I'll repost the thing. Let's see. Visitors Travel. The Cancun video was unexpectedly popular. It feels great. Hope it helped people see what the current travel is. Yeah, that's what we were learning by. I think was hers the first one? No, I think Raph and Neil went down.
Oh, that's correct. Yeah, Raph and Neil went
Nancy
down. That's
did.
right.
I think I might be wrong there.
Yeah.
But they're very interesting because you actually get some new stuff.
Yeah, I've never done an all-inclusive. I would love to do that. And
Thank you very much for coming up, Nancy and Blaine.
yeah, thank you again, Nancy and Blaine. That was great.
And if anyone else wants to come up, I'll just tell me in the chat.
Vern's Junk Closet just joined us. Hi, Vern.
Oops.
How are you?
Vern, welcome.
Yeah, welcome to our channel here.
Vern was one of, if you look at our 1,000 sub video thank yous, Vern was one of the 3 that we thanked because her, Casey, and the at the time was Summit Push.
Yeah, at the time it was Summit Push, right?
Helped me out with a lot of advice, motivation. She even took the time to email me back and forth. So it's nice to see you in here.
Yeah,
Vern.
it's nice to see you. Hope things are well with you.
Let's see. And Vern, if you remember, one of your big promotional things was to go live. And this is we've done 14 lives on Sunday. This is our first daytime live. So we took your advice.
Yeah, she says she's well. I'm glad to hear that. We're doing great too.
Excellent.
Despite the fact that we can't travel, we're doing great. I'm really getting Nancy to go somewhere. It's been over a year. We usually go on a trip every year.
Okay, they were at the end of July, Nancy, and it was Cancun just opened up. So I wonder if that was, see, now I get my...
I think Travel and Tour just joined us. Hello, welcome. They just
welcome, guys.
They just went to
Neil, I'm going to assume it's you unless stated otherwise because...
so they just got back from Mexico.
Because he put my froggy up there. Thanks for joining us. We were just talking with Nancy about... Cancun, and we made reference to you and Raphael, your trip down there.
Oh, that sounds
the kind of nice recent, and who went? MGM went down there?
MGM, that's right. So there were several creators that went down there. Do they all stay at the same place?
No, they have different resorts.
Different resorts, okay.
Let's see. Let's put this up for, I'm not even going to guess what language that is.
The only thing I'm concerned about
up for the bilingual audience.
The only thing I'm concerned about with Cancun or Mexico all-inclusive is the food. If the food would settle with me. On the cruise, I know what I can get, but I'm curious.
Yeah, that's a good question. The quality of food, I've heard the extremes from even the lives on the food quality.
Yeah.
Do you reckon it's food ranked? How do you put it? Ranked very high?
I'm not picky at all. I like everything. It's just my stomach is. I have a little issue with my stomach that I can't eat certain things. So I'd be concerned about the food.
That would be interesting.
Yeah.
All right, I'm going to throw. Let's see. Did you do a 1K video? We did a 1K video for.
Oh yeah, we did. Yes.
Yeah, I think that's right in the title. Yeah, if you haven't seen it, your name is mentioned in a positive light. So,
in a positive light.
Let's see. Oops. Sherry. Food at the all-inclusive is very good for us. Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I thought it was weird. I'm watching your videos, and it was her videos, I think. Mm-hmm. And it's like they everything had to be individually prepared. I noticed that we're using coffee cups to put Jello and putting
really?
different things in. Yeah,
Interesting.
and then they put saran. I think it was saran wrap over them. So everything was portion controlled separately, so that they wouldn't have to serve it. A lot of the stuff.
So, I mean, I'm assuming that if you didn't want Mexican food, you can just get American food. You can
Well, it's
get
like
a
a
variety.
shift.
Like, say I wanted a hamburger, I could get that.
No, correct me if I'm wrong, but correct me if I'm wrong, but it's set up like a cruise ship. There's several different restaurants.
Oh, okay.
They're like the specialty restaurants, but they're not an extra charge from what I understand.
I
But you can only
see.
make a reservation at them 1 or 2 nights during your stay.
Oh.
Then they have the traditional buffet that you can go in that has all sorts of foods.
I guess so. Okay.
Would you guys say that was a
Accurate
Yeah.
description? I just
This is the answer to your question here.
would be
We
a
have
little.
all stayed at various resorts. Right now, D&G Explores and Wanderer down in Cancun. I thought I saw her live with them, and then it was funny. And all of a sudden, Wanda comes in and sits with them, and I'm saying, okay, why is she in? I think they're in California, right? Was they live in California?
I
D&G?
can't remember.
I think they're California.
Oh, D&G, I think
Yeah.
so. Yeah.
So why is she over there? But that explains it. They're all down in Cancun together.
So, Two Tour and Travel said, love the background, J&N. Where is that picture there? Oh, that's Mount Monadnock. We live in southern New Hampshire in the Mount Monadnock region. So that is Mount Monadnock, which we have climbed many years ago. Our kids did it more times than we did, but it's a beautiful mountain to climb.
New England is known for fall foliage. In fact, we just went out yesterday to do some videotape and just to put some of it together. But this is kind of a little bit of an off year, but it's still beautiful out there.
Yeah.
You can't beat New England for fall foliage.
The Monadnock region where we live is a very pretty region.
The breakfast was extra delicious. Sherry, have you gone to one of those resorts? Well, I don't think you've gone during this pandemic, right? But you must have gone before it. She likes the food at them.
She does?
Yeah.
I'm sure I'd like it. I was just wondering if it would settle well like some of the Mexican food, but you can get American, so I'm sure I wouldn't go hungry.
Let's see. So the food's good.
That's good to know, though.
Handmade. Yeah, I always like that.
Handmade what?
Handmade fresh omelets.
Oh, yummy. You like that,
Well,
yeah.
as you know, on the cruise ship, that's one of the things
he
that
loves
every
that.
breakfast I have to have an
Yeah,
omelet.
he loves his
Because I'm
omelet.
too lazy to do them at home.
Tastes better when someone else is making it like that. Anyways.
I'm assuming, Sherry, that was probably Mexico also. Have any of you gone to the all-inclusives? I guess Jamaica has some nice ones.
Mhm.
And I've heard mixed things about Dominica. Well, break time is over. You guys are awesome. Have a great one, John, Nancy. I hope everyone else is up. Thanks for joining us,
Bye, Monarch
Garrett and
Moments.
or Michelle, and have a good day. And
Have
we'll
a great day.
see you on the web.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see.
She has a.
Fresh fruit's amazing. I imagine.
Oh,
I wonder what
yeah.
the fresh fruit would be down there. It's probably local, right? I'm not
I
sure what
think
Mexican.
so. Well, I would think pineapple. You think? I'm not really sure.
Now, Neil, are you planning on? Do you have another Mexican all-inclusive planned, or you just got back, so you probably want to have a little gap. Okay, I'm going to put the link up one more time here. Give you guys one last shot if anyone wants to come up and promote your channel and say hello to us face to face.
Yeah.
That is the link. Oh, Cinderella did one too.
Yeah.
When did she go? All-inclusive club. Oh, Club Med is supposed to be one of the nice ones in Cancun in Dominican Republic.
Oh,
Love
really?
Cancun. Was not thrilled with the Club Med in Dominican Republic.
really?
Okay, because that was one that used to be
Interesting.
huge.
Yeah.
Thank you very much, Fern. Much appreciated. This one here is well done and great. Gotta go now. Thank you for joining us, Ninsky and Ellie, around the world.
All right.
What's I going to say? So we will try this again at another point.
Mhm.
I don't see anyone jumping up online right now. Anything else you'd like to say, Nance? We'll let these people get back to their lunch.
I know, I should have brought my glasses, but no, I appreciate all of you folks for joining us on this Wednesday afternoon, and we really appreciate all you do.
Okay, well, thanks for dropping by. We have our regular schedule live, which is this Sunday at 5 o'clock, October 4th. Man, sorry, October.
Oh, it's October.
We'll be having our games again. Name this. I think we're doing superheroes and some vintage
superheroes.
things to see if you recognize them, plus the creator.
Yeah.
And we're doing a small snippet on an apple farm that we went on 2 weeks ago, how they are dealing with the pandemic. So hopefully you'll join us on Sunday. Thank you very much for joining us.
Thank you all for joining us. We hope to see you on Sunday.
And join us when we pop up during the week, and be prepared to come up here and talk to us. I'd like to meet you guys face to face. Thank you very much.
Bye.
And have a happy